Okay, so welcome to this video on Dcg Mocks 2021. Okay, Doghouse. Okay, isometric view, elevation. Part A, draw the elevation from this direction. Part B, draw the plan view. Part C, draw an auxiliary elevation to include the true shape of surface A, which will be looking in this direction here. Little model there of it. Plan view. So our bit of hidden detail there. And then that's our auxiliary elevation for there. Our hidden detail, that line won't exist on your drawing there, it's the planes. Right, we begin. So, XY line. Doghouse is 120 wide. $120. We can see our dimensions. 15 and 105 from the start. Okay, from our 105 going backwards, 10 and 20. Okay, heights are 70, 50, 30, 10. 70, 50, 30, 10. So 10, 30, 50. Okay, and then there'll be an additional height here, okay, of 30 from 10, so that's 40. Now so I'm going to project them over lightly and shall heavy in at the appropriate time. So 1, 2 vertical lines. And there as well. So I've heavied in the base. This is going up to the total altitude of 50. So this line here is going up to the total altitude of 50. Okay, so I can bring this up to the 50 line. Now I know this is an altitude, total altitude of 30. Okay, I do not know. I just know that that's a height of 70. I don't know, okay, where to locate it. I do know this point in the roof, okay, is up on the 50 altitude line, and it starts on the edge of the doorway, which is 10 and 20 in from the right hand side of the kennel. So 10 and 20 in from the right hand side of the kennel, so that was marked there. So I can go up to the altitude 50 lightly, and then I can mark in this line lightly here. Okay, well now I can do that heavy, so I can, and then once that hits the 70 line, okay, I can connect back to the right hand side. Now I can do the doorway. I know it goes up to an altitude of 40 because it's 30 from the base, and I know it's going to stop here. Now, it doesn't give us a height, but you can be sure they're parallel. So these two lines are parallel. So I'm going to line my set square up the edge of the roof. I want to bring it along. I'm going to draw in a line parallel to the edge of the roof. Now, that's my elevation done, so I'm ready to draw my plan view. So I'm going to project my lines down to plan. Okay, now I'm going to start 50 mil from, or maybe 70 mil from my XY line for my plan view. It doesn't have to be so much, but I'm only going to do that to save as much space as I can on my sheet and reduce time on my drawing. The depth of the plan, okay, as you can see, is 80 and 60. So 80 and 60. And then I have another one there to do. So there's the width of the back of the object. Here's the width of the sides, or sorry, the sides of it. There's the front edge, so these are joined to the corners here. So that's the edge of the doghouse in plan. Here's the little channel inside for the dog. That's hidden detail. Here's the apex of the roof, the ridge line. Now, here's surface A projecting as an edge. So, part C, draw an auxiliary elevation of the doghouse projected from plan, which will include the true shape of surface A. So I have to look perpendicular to surface A. You can see the 60-degree set square is not doing it. We will see our 45-degree set square isn't doing it either, which this is what I love about this question. It takes that concept from students away that it's just 30 degrees. So we have to line up our set square with the edge view of surface A, and we can put our t-square underneath it. We're going to bring it along, and we're going to draw lines right perpendicular to the edge view of surface A. So I'm projecting lines, okay, perpendicular to the edge view of surface A. Now I'll draw in x1 y1 line, okay, perpendicular to the projection lines, aka parallel to surface A. So there's a portion of my x1 y1 line, more to follow. A little lip down here on my drawing board that's preventing me to extend down my set square or my t-square. So remember to project all the points from plan. Project all the points from plan. Now I'm just going to pause the video and extend all those projection lines. Of all those projection lines, now what I'm going to do is label these points in 3D and label an elevation and plan, and once I have that done you should probably pause your video and copy them down. So just do that. So 1, 2, 3. Right, so I've them marked in. I didn't go overboard with points. Like for example, I could have marked a point underneath letter A, but I just didn't go overboard No point in using too many letters. Right, so we've projected from plan, we're going to take the heights from elevation. So the heights are 10, 30, 50, 70, and we know we've an additional 40 there. Okay, because it's 10 plus 30, so there's an additional 40. Okay, so I'm going to mark those heights in. Right, so what was it saying? 70. So you could mark them in with your compass or mark them in this way. I will need my compass doing the slopes if I wish, or I can use just the concept of parallel lines. So 70. Okay, there's 10. Okay, there's 30. There's 40. And then there's 50. And then I'm going to draw lines parallel to the x1, y1 lines. So you can see I marked the heights along the projection lines. Okay. Now I'm going to mark lines parallel to the x1, y1 line. Now I'm going to just move my visualizer out of the way for a moment, and then I'll put it back then where it was. Those heights in. Let's move this visualizer down. So C and D have a height of 70. So I'm going to bring C up to the height of 70. C1. I'm going to bring D up. D1. Now they're going to be seen, so I can join them together. Right. A is a height of 50. So I'm going to bring A up to the height of 50. So here's A1. And then I'm going to bring E up to the altitude of 30. So E is going up to the altitude of 30. There's E1. Now A joins to C, and C joins to E. Right, now we're stuck in diesel. Right, F is the same altitude as E, so I'm bringing F up there, following F till it's at the same altitude. F1 there. Right, they can be joined together. So E1 to F1, and then F1 joins to D1. And then there's a straight line down coming down from A1 until the base. Right, here's Q, so follow Q there. Sorry, I forgot to write it in there. Q is a height of 10 as per the 3D. So that's going to connect all the way over out to the far side there, which is letter M. Wait till I take the thing out of your way on the screen. So letter M. So Q is connecting to P, N, M. So P will be there, P1, N, you can heavy that in there, and from P again there. So there's P1. So that's the true shape of surface A. That's the true shape of it there. Now I have a heavy line coming down from E1 and F1. I have a heavy line coming down from Q there. Okay, there's a hidden detail line coming down from K, the back of the object. There's a heavy line coming down from M here. Okay, right. Now I've got the open doorway. So G and H Right, so if I follow G up here to the altitude of 40, here's G. Now I is going to be along this line. So what I was referring to earlier is there's two ways you can find letter I1 on your draw and J1. You can take the altitude from elevation, so I can take the height of I, find I here, follow it along and step it up there, or hopefully mine will be accurate, hope so. Parallel lines are parallel in every orthographic view, so from G1 I could go parallel to line CT and draw a line from there, and where it intersects, okay, is the position there of I1. So there we go. Now there's the dog opening, but you'd be naive to think you're done yet. Don't forget your hidden details. So the height of B, so if I follow B, it's the same height of A, so there's B1, so B1 joins to D1 and is hidden detail. Okay, right, A joins to B and that's hidden detail. Okay, and there's a heavy line coming down from B. Oh, sorry there. This is where B is there, so I'll have to rub that out there now. I can hate that. Right, give us a moment there. And how you can spot that is parallel lines have to be parallel in every orthographic view. So there, this is a hidden detail line coming down from B1. Okay, and we're not done yet, right? So we have to follow H up. There's H. Sorry, there's not H there, sorry. Here's H here. And then F, J1, follow, there's J1 there. And they're hidden detail. So G1 to H1 to J1, that's inaccurate there, so I'm getting that back. I'm fixing that. But basically J1 was in the wrong position there. I put it there on the ridge line, don't forget, small bit underneath. So there we go. So that's where J1 is there. Now, that one, I have another hidden detail line here. That one done. The roof done. Right, there we go. Sorry, before I go, I need to join I1 to J1. So I need to join them together.